Hi, it's Aromantic Awareness Week, so I wanted to make another video and let's see if I've gotten any better at this. Probably not because I've started this a couple of times. But so anyway, first things first. Last time I tried to do my A4 shelf, but it was terrible. So let's try this again. That one probably wasn't much better, but you got a more of an idea. I'm gonna do videos about representation at some point later. So, okay, so I hope this version is a little bit more planned than my first video, although it's gonna be, I have about as much time to do this as I had the first one. But so, I think I have like at least two things. First I'm gonna talk about the timing, February 14th, and then I'm gonna talk about a little bit about the asexual and aromantic community and how they connect or don't in Finland, I guess. And then maybe a tiny bit about dating culture in Finland and how that is for an aromantic. So, as you probably know, if you know about Aromantic Awareness Week, we do this the week after February 14th because in Anglo-American culture and some other cultures probably as influenced by Anglo-American culture, it's celebrated as Saint Valentine's Day or Valentine's Day or whatever, and it's all about romantic love. It's not that's not the case in Finland. In Finland, February 14th is known as Ystävänpäivä, and it means a friend's day or day of friend, and it sounds kind of awkward in English, but anyway, it's more about, officially it's more about friendship and about other types of, all types of love. Like it does have also very romantic trappings because of influence from American cultures, and it's only been going on since the 80s, so it's still semi-new, but it's older than me, so I don't care. So anyway, it's all about more about loving the people who are in your life. It's not necessary. You don't have. It doesn't require you to date, to be in a relationship or anything like that. You're not. Your life isn't terrible if you don't have a date on Valentine's Day. We actually have another dates for that. Jos ei heilaa helluntaina, niin ei koko kesänä. It's a saying. I will write into the description after I checked what exactly those, what Christian holidays those are. But anyway, there's a date that you are supposed to have, that if you don't have a significant other by that date, then you won't have one the whole summer. It's a very weird, and I have no idea why we do that with Christianity on a Christian holiday. But so anyway, the fact that February 14 is more about overall love overall, that you don't have to. It's not. It's nice. It's really nice to have that kind of day. That's all about appreciating the people who are in your life, and it doesn't, while at the same time not inherently shaming you for not being in a relationship. Okay, that was kind of rambly, so I took a break. But anyway, so the second point was about asexual, the communities, asexual and aromantic communities in Finland. Like I briefly mentioned in my first video, sometimes there's articles that are about about asexuals, and sometimes they're also aromantic, but I don't remember the actual term being used that much. Uh, but my own experience in the asexual community in my city is that I go to these, like I mentioned, there's ace discussion group, and I go there, and I think they're very good about of incorporating the romantic orientations and SAM discussion, the split attraction model. Because usually when there's a new person, everybody like goes around and says what they want about themselves, and that includes romantic orientation. So from that, I gather that a lot of there are alloromantics or romantics, however, whatever word you wanna use. But there are also a lot of them are either non-SAM using asexuals, or they are also aromantic. I think it's good, but on the other hand, because it's basically framed as an asexual group, it most likely is, I don't know, a lot of it is pretty much, if we talk about asexual issues, a lot of it's like can you find some love as an asexual even though if you don't want to have sex, or stuff like how to stay closeted while, if you want to stay closeted while not getting into a relationship, for those who are also aromantic. So those are both sides of the aisle, or whatever, however you want to frame that. Both sides are like dealt with, but there's no the allosexual or sexual aromantic experience isn't really dealt with, because it is an asexual group. So the assumption is that one of your identities is asexual. So the fact that there's not that same thing for aromantics, who might not relate to the ace experience that much, it's I don't know whether it's a welcoming place for someone like that. But well, most of the time we just talk about food. Like seriously, lots of our discussions about food. Yeah. Oh yeah, and while I wanted to talk about representation, like in fictional media representation. There's even less, of course. Like always, there's even less for aromantics than there are for asexuals. Like I tried to think of someone who might be aromantic in Finnish fiction, and only one I can think of is her. Pikku Myy, Lilla Myy, Little Mai, a Myy, I don't know. But anyway, from the Moomin books, or more the 90s anime made in Japan. She says a lot of relatable stuff when there's some romance, and she's like, ugh. And I love her, but I don't know. She doesn't. It's not much. I really wish there were more. I just decided that Stu Järvinen from Discovery of Witches is a romantic, because I don't see them giving her a romantic arc, and that's what you take what you can get. It's really sad. Okay, I don't have a lot of time left, so I'm gonna just very briefly talk about how the dating culture in Finland might affect someone who's aromantic. The fact is, I watched a couple of YouTube videos about this because I have no experience about this. Okay, I have a little, but it's not good. So anyway, I watched a couple of foreigners talking about dating Finnish people and dating in Finland and stuff like that. And turns out we don't really have a dating culture. Like, dates are barely a thing, and a lot of people are very reluctant to label their relationships as like boyfriend and girlfriend and stuff like that. Although maybe that's just within straight or MF relationships. I don't know. I should look more into this. But so basically, from my personal experience, it was basically quite easy to not realize that I was aromantic when I was a teenager, because like even though people were dating, uh, a lot of my cousins and my siblings, they weren't dating, and that basically continued until our 20s. Like I remember once talking about my aunts and uncle about the fact that none of us were really dating, but that's one of the, well, a lot of us just wanted to concentrate on our getting our education and stuff like that, and like seriously saying that, oh, I just want to concentrate on my studies. Is no, it was a really great closeting technique for me personally. Yeah. So I don't really know if I have much else to say, and I'm running out of space. And this is a little bit longer than the first video, and I need to leave soon. So if you have any questions, maybe leave a comment if that's interesting, and I'm gonna be hopefully be making more videos from now on, occasionally. We'll see what happens. Bye.